My, oh my, I do like when shit works properly. Let's do a little test here. It looks like everything's a go. Let me mute. Uh-huh. It looks like everything's working. I love it when things work. And this episode is going to piss a lot of people off. And guess what? Tough fucking cookies. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely, positively sick of all the simping that goes on in this bitch. It is very irritating for me. It really is. And people are just upset. People are upset at the simping. So here's the thing. You know I'm not one for intros, but welcome haters and lovers. And today we're going to talk about double standards. Let's roll this shit. Ooh, let's not roll that shit. Let me just click. Let me click onto this. So I had an interesting epiphany. I think everyone had this particular epiphany at this point. Everyone has the same situation that there's a issue with double standards. There's a big issue with double standards, and no one can seem to address the elephant in the room, right? No one can seem to address the elephant in the room. First of all, look at this motherfucker. If I could only have 24 hours with you. Come on, nigga. Could you imagine a man showing his penis just right there, you know what I'm saying, taking pictures for fucking likes? Could you imagine? Talk about Pokemon and Pokeballs. What the fuck does that have anything to do with a Pokeball or gaming? Why? Why does she get away with it? Why? Look, I know people don't like the fact that, you know, it's the cool thing to you know, say yes, queen, and yes, you can get it, and all this other shit. I mean, it's the cool thing to do. It's the cool thing to do. To be pro, you know, to be pro female in this world. It's the cool thing to do. And it's the cool thing to be anti-male. And I just cannot be anti-male while still lugging this BBC. I cannot do it for the life of me. I can't. I am a man. There's no way that I will stoop to levels degrading myself to exalt another. I don't give a fuck who tells me I have to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't have to do it. And there's a lot of people that are really just they would look at me as what? A simp, incel, whatever the hell it is. No, they would say I'm an incel, or I'm a woman hater, or I'm a misogynist, and all the other fucking isms and ists and all the other shit. I'm not doing this shit today. Let me just make sure I got my shit recorded. Hold up. No one hates women. Absolutely not. I don't hate women. This is ridiculous. I don't think anyone typically hates women, really. You can't say gays hate women because they're emulating them. You can't say men hate women because they're saying, if I could just have 24 hours with you. What I don't like is bad. I don't like bad behavior being condoned. And it doesn't fucking matter what direction. But I find it funny that corporations will bend the knee when only a certain demographic complains. There will be no way if I were to be like, look, I don't like the fact that every fucking corporation say that men are garbage. Get a pass. This is the thing about double standards, right? Let's zoom in. Hopefully you guys can see that shit up in here. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Let me just double check how it looks. This is the shit that we got to deal with as men. Men can't get away with being obese. We can't get away with it. But it's somehow empowering, and that she's beautiful, and that you go, girl. Us, we gotta be, we're fat, and we got a small wee. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to the point of what I'm saying, but I want to hammer this home. I want to hammer this home regarding how fucked up things have gotten over the years. Another thing too, I wish I would have just cut this shit out, but I have all this on my phone, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. As a personal trainer, I don't like anybody overweight. Anybody overweight. It doesn't look good. You can't force me to like something that I don't like. Just like I can't force women to like a 5'4" dude or a broke dude. I can't force you to like them. Nor should I be forced to like a girl that's never in their natural state. All the makeup, all the eyelashes, all the fucking fake hair. Men do not want that at all. We're not doing this more fertile and BBW. I don't give a fuck what Drake says. We're not doing this chubby or plus size. We're not calling. See, here's the thing. When it comes to women, plus size, it's called plus size. When it comes to men, you're a fat fuck. That's a fucking problem. That's a problem. These are memes, but this is the fucking truth. You can get mad, yo. You can get mad all day and all night. This is what we gotta deal with as a man, right? Let's just try to zoom in here. Unhealthy, small dick. You know what I mean? Fat. Fucking Mark Henry, greedy, Big Show, lazy, my tender, incel, all this shit. And when you're the opposite sex, you don't have to worry about it at all. Where am I going with this, right? Where am I going with this? I'm not a fan of Travis Tate, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm not a fan of that at all. I'm not interested in the dude. Don't really care what he had to say. Don't really care. But when you can get kicked off of social media because you have an opinion and it's viewed as hate speech, does anyone see a problem with that? Like at all? Oh no, you don't see a problem with it because it has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with you. It's only a problem when it affects you. And guess what? As a man, this shit affects me. It affects me. It absolutely affects me. Because that means that as a man, I can't say what the fuck I want to say within reason. I can't have standards. Men cannot have standards. But it doesn't matter to the general public because the cool thing is women power. And putting power behind anything is a problem. It's always radical when you do shit like that. And to me, having feminist tendencies, it puts you in the category of being a fucking like a radical. And here's a little secret, right? Here's a little secret. Men and women are not the same. I cannot stress this shit enough. We're not the same. The standards are different. Women cannot go out and be absolute sluts. Because you biologically are different. Why does it matter? Because the very thing that you're trying to obtain does not like it. Men do not like women that have too many men. They don't. It's biologically programmed into us not to like that shit. No matter how much society tries to say it's cool, it is not fucking cool. Women conduct themselves in a specific way. Men conduct themselves in a specific way. And guess what? It's because we are not the same fucking entity. There cannot ever be equal fucking rights. There's no equality. You can be treated fairly, but there's no equality because you can't. How can you say a cat? How can you pin a cat against a fucking dog? Or a fish or a shark to a fucking lion? They're not in the same category. I don't understand why this is so fucking hard. It just seems like it's a jealousy thing. Oh, how come they get to be fucking sluts? Women don't care about men and their body count. If anything, the higher the better, if this is the case. It's the complete opposite. Just like women strive to want a specific thing, a tall dude, right? Men don't strive to have a woman that is overweight. There's no double standards there. Double standards only works if you're comparing two of the same types. That's the only way that shit works. So when people scream double standards, it doesn't make any fucking sense. They're not the same. I don't get it. And typically I'll leave these lines open, but nobody fucking typically wants to smoke. Nobody wants to talk about it because everyone wants to they want to sit there and dodge and dip the shit that they see that's completely wrong. There is something wrong with it. You can't censor fucking people for having fucking standards or having an opinion. You can't sit there and call people that have an opinion some kind of radical because, okay, call the feminists fucking radicals for having an opinion and saying that all men are fucking trash. What about them? I can't say all women are trash. You know what I mean? In this society, it doesn't work that way. But it's so cool, it's so hip to say that a man is fucking trash. Y'all don't see anything wrong with that? We have reached a real bad time. You know, and the funny thing about it is, women do not understand the amount of power that they got. They don't get it. Men would do so much for a fucking woman, so long as she remains a fucking woman. Men don't want women that are aggressive. It's not something that we are attracted to. Just the same way as a woman don't want a sensitive, pussy ass bitch. That's why when I look online, whether it be Twitter or YouTube or any forum, and I see all these simps bowing down to a woman, I hope you guys realize that they are not interested in it. You can agree with a woman all day. It's repulsive to a woman. And you know how I know this shit? Because the fucking receipts are there. Women don't respect a guy that is not masculine. They don't. Just like a guy don't want a woman that is masculine. They want a woman that's feminine. All this mixing and matching genders and gender role twisting and shit like that. Guess what? Biology will catch up to your ass. And you'll be alone and bitter, whether you're a man or a woman. You keep fighting that shit, you can't change it. There are specific reasons as to why each gender is the way that it is. And no, we're not talking about a guy that is typically more feminine or a woman that is more masculine, because I got that shit in my family. The sisters that I have are typically on the masculine side, but they are not gay. You could be a little more sensitive and not be gay either as a man. There's certain innate things that men have. You can't push it over to the fucking edge. This role reversal shit got to stop. When does it end? I can't believe I get pushback for mentioning double standards. Why would I get pushback for mentioning double standards? Why would this be a thing? I don't get it. Why would it be a thing? I hope you know that since whatever feminist group pushed that Travis Tate, whatever the fuck what the fuck is his name? Andrew? The fuck is his name? What the fuck is his name? Let me see here. No, I ain't gonna do that. Let me see. I'm gonna look up there. Andrew. Why can't I think of his name? I'm fucking tripping. Andrew Tate. That's what his name. Not Travis Tate. That's from fucking Horizon. My bad. The fact that they pushed him off of the social media, Facebook and shit like that. Fact that they did that. You should be very fearful. All the feminists should be fearful. Because the time is coming. The time is coming where shit is changing. The market will change. Your time is up. I hate to break it to you, but people are human. No one wants to be fucking dogged out every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And everybody sees that there's a clear bias in the media. Doesn't matter if it's LGBT or feminist or whatever the case is. Men are getting shitted on, and it's like fucking a blanketed statement. I had a conversation with my fucking sister, talk about something. Oh, guess what? Black men typically are on the down low. I literally told her, I said, why you, what's up? Why you have so much vitriol for men? What's going on? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, you sound like you kind of hate men. Why? See, even that's a double standard, because women can sit there and hate men, right? And no one bats an eye to it. They don't have no special name for her, calling her incel and she can't get a man or whatever the case is. They just say, oh, yes, girl, you're right. Men are fucking trash, right? And they can get away with it online. No one says anything. No one says a thing. The second a man don't like poor woman behavior is the second they call him incels and bared neck, and he, you know what I mean? He's a shitty ass guy. He's misogynist. He just wants things. He just wants women to be enslaved. All sorts of crazy shit. How come that happens? Why don't you ask yourself that question? Oh, I get it. Y'all don't want to ask that fucking question. Y'all don't want that question to be asked. Let's keep it a stack. Y'all don't want it. You don't want it. Because here's the thing. Men truly believe that if they act nice enough to a woman, that they will get some. If they agree with her, that they will get some. If they become subservient, they'll get some. And I can't blame women for not liking that shit. It doesn't fit. Men are supposed to be protectors. That's our role. Women are nurturers. That's their role. What is the fucking hard? What is difficult? Why is it that women want to be something else anyway? I don't see men clamoring to be women. What is up with women wanting to be masculine? What's up with that? We should normalize saying bro. Why? You have your own fucking language. I shouldn't have to shave my legs. Why I gotta shave my legs? Because the thing that you want likes the legs to be fucking shaved. That's why. Why can't I have a high body count? Because, well, guess what? Men are territorial. Men don't want to have to worry about their girl leaving at the fucking side. A side in the other room. A quick blow of the wind. That's why. There's like no accountability for one side. None whatsoever. You could be as fat as you want to be. You could be a horrible fucking person. And the laws and rules are literally catered to this bullshit. It is. A woman will never get the sentence that a man will get. It's always a lesser sentence. Well, because women are typically like that. That shouldn't even fucking matter. It should matter per person and per crime. There was a student from 10 years old to 13 years old. This teacher sexually, you know what, him. For 3 years, including having relations in the classroom. In the classroom. This bitch gets 90 days in jail. 90 days in jail. 90. I'm going to put that shit in the description too. 90 days in jail. Could you imagine a 27-year-old man doing the same thing to a 10-year-old female child? He would have gotten 70 years in prison. Do not come at me talk about some double standards or is a real thing and it is biased to a fucking man. It is not. If anything, is the opposite. The very fact that somebody can sit there and not really say anything crazy or that deep and get banned off of fucking social media, just off rip. I've heard some horrible fucking things said to about women. Yeah, how they had abortions and shit like that. Talking about something. Oh, they gave me an ultrasound, and I was looking at it, and I saw the little kid in my stomach, and I'm like, this is not a vibe, so I killed it. What? Girl, you crazy. You're so crazy. That's all you have on the internet. That's all you hear on the internet. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. Learn how to embrace your role. Just like you learn how to embrace your role when you work at a fucking job. Or if you're in a fucking college. You don't come into a fucking class and teach as a student. And you don't come into work managing as a fucking subordinate, as a fucking regular associate. You don't walk up in that bitch and do that. That don't make any fucking sense. The nerve of you. Like, come on, man. I'm really disappointed in the men that allow this shit to happen because I guarantee you it wouldn't have happened. If you guys would just stand the fuck up for yourself. Just stand up for once. Stand up for yourself. And stop letting this shit happen. The next episode I'm going to do is going to be about how much attention that, you know, the opposite fucking has. That shit is so fucking wild. Every time I see this shit. Listen, we hate. If you want to join in and have your little, have a conversation on the double standards, you can. I was going to wrap this shit up, so it's up to you if you want to jump in. I just wanted to kind of have a conversation. It's on YouTube, as you already know, with Alyssa Therapy. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna keep these ones short, since there's a lot of fucking what's going on, Jeremy. There's a lot of fucking people don't want to talk about this shit. And basically, just a recap on everything that I just said is how men are not being fucking men. They're literally being so like simpy as hell and allowing shit to just slide. You know what I'm saying? That shit's terrible. You allow the entire corporations in our country to just shit on men and leave. Like, I don't understand, right? You got this fucking picture is in the Jumbotron. Actually, it's not in the Jumbotron, but I'll put it there. You got this situation where a girl, actually, I'll just say it. Fuck it. Is a girl, she can sit there and post pictures of her almost fucking naked. And she get a yes queen and all this other bullshit. No one will say a motherfucking thing to her. Could you imagine if a dude does that shit? Nobody want to see a dude, first of all. This is just stupid fucking double standard shit. It's outrageous. So I'm just over it. I'm over it. I'm absolutely over it. We hate. If you want to watch the whole fucking thing, I'm gonna put the shit in the fucking Jumbotron before I close out here. I think I could just do this. I'm just so disappointed in all these fucking dudes that allows themselves to be fucking simps. I am so disappointed, man. I am so disappointed. It makes me sick. It makes me sick, man. Like, grow a fucking pair, man. Grow a fucking pair. I don't know. It's pretty sad, man. it's pretty sad that like I'm already exhausted from fucking saying it. I was just kind of talking about Andrew Tate and the fact that he got banned from and I don't really care about the dude. I really don't. I don't even look at his shit, and I feel like he sounds stupid to me. Like honestly, I feel like he just sounds stupid. Like his voice, you know what I'm saying? So I never really cared about that shit. The whole presentation of what he does is just kind of corny. But I will say this though, man. Like I'm not a fucking fan of the bullshit, man. I'm not a fan. To be removed because you have a preference is outrageous to me. It's outrageous to me, man. That shit is wild. It's wild. A woman can sit there and say that she can cut off the dude's dingling. She can sit there and say that men are all trash. She can sit there and say, you know, I take your dudes out on booty dates, take their fucking money. You can sit there and say in public that you drugged the dude and stole his shit, and nobody says a motherfucking thing. You had the teacher that had sexual, you know what, with a 10-year-old for 3 years. They found out, and they gave her 90 days in jail, not prison, jail. And nobody says anything. Well, you know what they say? I bet you he liked it. That's what they say. That's how scummy men are. We got relegated all the way down to that. Who gives a fuck what a man thinks? If the shoe was on the other feet, that dude would have gotten 70. If that was a male teacher with a female student, he would have gotten fucking 70 years in prison and probably died in the process. There are men that sit there and try to stick up for women and get shot the fuck up. You know what I mean? Women can beat the shit out of a fucking dude or hit on him, and the second he flinches, there's mobs. There's fucking Twitter mobs trying to kill this motherfucker. That's fucked up to me. I don't appreciate that shit, man. As a man, you should stand up for your fucking self. And stop allowing this bullshit to happen. That's fucking sorry to me, man. That's so sorry. To be a simp. What kind of, you a sorry excuse for a person to allow, to bow down to any fucking human that you don't know online and has no stake in it. Just for fucking sex. Just for a piece of attention, you bow down to somebody else. How horrible is that? How low is that? And the funny thing is, all dudes that sit there and simp for women and say that having a woman that's almost 300 pounds is okay. You know what I'm saying? Having that, saying all that shit. That's the funny thing about that shit is, it's like you still not getting none. She don't want you. Because a guy that takes himself and belittles himself is unattractive to a female. Unattractive to a female. Oh well. All that attention. And getting nothing out of it. All that simping. Well. But I'm out of here. That's all I wanted to say. I haven't done this in a couple of days and shit like that. I guess people probably thought that I was not going to do this again. Absolutely not. I'm going to keep doing this shit. My next episode is going to be about how this attention, how attention is drugs to a woman, and how men should navigate around that bullshit. If you're married, you found yourself your girl, great. Good on you. You caught her before she got hypnotized by fucking social media. But as of right now, these chicks are all the way fucked up. Everybody's fucked up. Not even these chicks. Everybody's fucked up. Men are acting like women. Women that are acting like men. This shit is all backwards, upside down, left and right. It's all fucked up. So good luck on all that shit. And look, before anybody say I'm an incel and shit like that, guess what? I get my fucking pussy. I'm going on here and it keeps coming out on Twitter. I don't know why it does that. They probably cut my shit. That's okay though. But I get my shit. Trust me and believe. I even got videos on this shit. I got videos online. I have proof that I ain't no fucking incel. Let's not. This is a different motive. It's a different motive. But until next time, guys, y'all be easy. And again, on Jumbotron, if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel Illicit Therapy, all these videos are actually queued up, including